Welcome to session 63 of Dreamers of Kiriak. We had an interesting session last time. There were a lot of bones involved. There was a tower. It was not a tower of bones, though.
There had a lot of bones in it.
There were a lot of bones in the tower. You guys got to the city of the former city of the soldier. There were bones places. You went in the tower. There were bones there. The bones were somewhat animate. They were cheerful. They did a little bit of attacking, a little bit of running. There was a little bit of dominating skeletons by 9. Some skeletons ran outside. When they ran outside, they collapsed into a big old pile of bones. Oshit had Yorick, the skull. He disintegrated.
It was very rude.
You all...
Yorick got destroyed because she annoyed me.
It was not
right.
his fault.
I don't remember most of what
I
happened with
literally
Yorick.
said she annoyed me. It was your fault.
Yes.
Sometimes they have to
By
take away
default,
the things you love.
annoyed.
There were like cell blocks that you guys went down, and the skeleton led you to like a tapestry or something. There was a secret door behind it, and there was a secret office behind it. You all got an object from it that I'm trying to remember now what it was.
Kind of like it was like a glowing.
It was a glowing red
Yes.
Crystal thing.
Yes, it was.
Or like, yeah, red crystal.
Very glowing.
Like a ruby or something. Or...
And then...
We had other
yes,
rubies.
yes. And then you...
I put it
brought
in
it-
a bag with a skull.
You put it in the bag of the skull. The skull ate it.
Yes.
I remember that the skull ate it. I just couldn't remember exactly what it was that the skull ate.
Yeah. It didn't
And
live for very long, so.
then you all went and you found the bedroom with the bell in it. And there was a little closet with a bell in it. And you're like, oh, neat. And then you had the eye guy abduct you some people. One of whom I believe is the only one who's still with you, who's the librarian, I believe. So you got a wizard, a librarian, and a third person, I believe. The third person was unconscious the entire time.
Just an elf, I think. 'Cause we were like,
Yes,
oh, no magic.
yes, and then just kind of ran away.
Yeah.
The person currently with you is a person who knows of the Dix family, and has been somewhat helpful, I suppose, in giving a little bit of information. You claimed the bell with the magic sword. The magic sword is no longer magic. It does have a ruby blade. You opened what may have been the hole that you're supposed to plug. You summoned the eye guy, and he was like, oh, that's for me. And he just kind of slurped himself into it.
Yep.
And that was the bell does not seem to be very magical anymore.
True.
And it was like indestructible and stuff beforehand. It is not now. And you tried hitting it with other... That's what I'm supposed to do. One moment.
In my defense, that was a Tourette's twitch. Not just me being an asshole.
Can we really tell the difference there?
I would have flipped the whole table.
That would have been much more dramatic.
He fakes Tourette's just so every now and then he could do that just to be a dick.
No worries.
The tea has been spilled.
He does it a lot better than the girl that was faking it the one night at work. That was the worst job of faking that I've ever seen.
And I believe there was debate as to where you were going to go next.
Have we left the tower?
I don't think you have. I think you went outside. You did go outside.
Yes.
And you were in the process of figuring out teleporting to the maiden, if I remember right, or it was either that or you were going to go to the mansion. I think there was discussion about that.
Yeah.
At the end of last
I
session.
don't think we decided. Did I try to take my pigeon skulls out in the tower? I don't remember.
I don't remember if you did.
I'm gonna go back into the tower and take my pigeon skulls out and see if they do anything.
They will not do anything.
That's disappointing.
Yeah.
All we had to do was complete that ritual. I was gonna climb in and plug the hole, but no, you had to go ahead and ruin the whole lockdown thing. Help the guy who's
Yeah.
decidedly against what we're doing.
Are you really surprised at this point? This is legit.
This will never end up being a bad decision.
I think the librarian may be the chosen one. I think that was also
He did talk about
yes.
your
at least 20% of the way to being established because he was listening to the music of the orchestra
Yes.
during a banquet when he was so rudely pulled away.
He had pie.
He had pie.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
It was pie flavor.
So yeah, haven't
Yeah.
ever made a decision. Do we want to go talk to the maiden and see, do we have to pursue something else now? Or try to see if the blue eyeball guy went to the mansion?
I think we should probably at least try to see what he's up to.
Makes some sense.
Like, the maiden's gonna be there. She ain't going anywhere. But he may be up to all kinds of shenanigans.
I guess it depends on what time you go there. If it's like 5 bells, she's probably not going to be there.
Right.
True.
It's not 5 bells at the moment.
Are there bell zones?
Ashit would not know about them.
That's true.
Ian would be the only one who would know about them, I think. Maybe Solaire? Solaire could give me a history roll if he wants to see how much he knows of.
The letter would have never paid any
It
attention
would be
to any
extra
of
good
those.
if there were bell zones and there were one of these giant bell holes in the world in each bell zone. This means
So
something.
you
The
should,
entire plot of the game is just doing away with daylight savings time.
did we end up with any soldiers with us?
You did,
We
and
keep
I
having
just
forgetting
personally
about
forgot about them.
We
Like I
left
keep
them
doing.
outside in the city or something. I don't. We didn't bring
Yes.
them to the tower. Okay.
Do we
They were-
currently have any? Like, who is with us in our?
You have like
party?
100 soldiers, I think, probably.
I don't think that many came with us.
Then it was like 60 soldiers, between
Yeah.
60 and 100. Take your pick.
When we got back over here, didn't we send a bunch of them home?
We brought 60 through the tree.
I
And
thought we told them they could go.
brought
home,
about
'cause
5
they were
as
not that
clouds,
far.
and
Yeah.
they're the only
Yes.
ones with us.
Okay.
We
You
keep losing
just
them
forgot to
everywhere.
take more soldiers via abduction.
Yes.
Oh yeah, they were the ones that ran away in the town thinking they were endangered,
Yes.
and we abducted them.
They cleverly escaped their tour guides.
They're currently with us.
Yes.
I mean, I can't really blame them for thinking that they were going
They chose to be with you rather than to go home because they said it will be safer to be with you guys.
They know
They're
nothing.
wrong.
Yeah, I mean, what they know is that you guys killed the dude who slaughtered the majority of their army, and they're in enemy territory at the moment. You can say that the war is off or whatever, but I don't know that they believe that, and or other people may not have heard and or care and or believe.
So how do you? How does how does opening the mansion work? You haven't
Just a
done this in a
key.
while. It just opens a door that everyone can just walk through.
It just opens another portal. It's just like going to the.
The mansion one, I believe, has to be in a door frame.
Does that leave our bodies behind? Like the other one?
I don't think we've ever gone back.
I don't remember anything about how it.
The
I've got 2 keys.
When you
for that.
guys-
I got the butler's key, and then the butler gave me the key.
I believe the time that you guys killed Wrath in the mansion, your bodies stayed behind.
I don't remember how we got there that time.
I believe he pulled you in. Because you were not masters of the mansion at that time. You didn't get the key until the butler appeared to Solaire and said, "You are the legal inheritor of the previous master's mansion."
There's a lot of drinking.
Well, do you want to go back into the tower to do this, and so we're somewhat secure if we leave our bodies behind?
I suppose. I don't think it really matters.
Yeah. Is anybody opposed to going to the mansion?
Nope.
I just want to make sure he's left, because now he's broken the contract.
The skeletons out here aren't moving around. It might actually be safer outside. Unless you'd have the soldiers watch over you.
True.
You want to leave us behind wherever you're going? We'd prefer to come along.
No, we're gonna take a nap.
Oh, okay. Yes,
You just
we will
wake us
guard
up.
your bodies with our lives.
There you go.
You trust them a lot.
The librarian says, "Oh, why are you going to sleep?
You're coming with us.
You're saying that in your tone suggests you're going somewhere, and I'm coming with you."
We're going
Yeah.
to sleep.
Yes.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I'm still lost on this one too.
Oh, that's right, you weren't here.
Neither was I, but I'm good at figuring out things that
This
you've
is-
explained
There's a
several
lot of
times.
alcohol.
Does this have to do with the dream magic? I don't know much about
Possibly.
And a treasure room, as I recall. I don't remember how
A
long we
lot.
went through that.
that. There was a lot of treasure.
True.
There's a talking deer head. And a talking, like, moose head or something.
And a portal.
Jordan can't hold his dice.
I cannot.
Okay. Well,
So
I guess
how does this work then?
you
Do we have some sort of potion?
No, you're just gonna walk through the place that I tell you to walk.
I see
through.
sleepwalking. Very clever.
If you want to close your eyes, that's fine. I'm okay with this. Are we ready?
Yep.
Okay.
What if he's there?
Kick his ass.
I don't want to
Then
keep
he's
his ass.
getting kicked out.
I want to keep him. I just want to keep him
No,
back.
he did away with our ability to summon him.
Yes, but we need that back. That was very useful.
Not only did he just sort of peace out, regardless of whether or not what we were doing was the right call, it was what we were doing, damn it. And he decided to, instead of just doing whatever we say, interrupt our good time and screw up what we're
It
doing.
was very rude. He jumped to the front of the line.
He
Time.
did say it was only going to take like 2 years for him to do whatever he was going to do.
It doesn't matter. He screwed up what we were doing.
He mildly annoyed Nine.
That is
My death.
a death sentence in this world. Yes.
All I'm saying is he's getting real uppity for something that's
Okay.
supposed to be serving us.
Now,
That's
you
an ass
are not
kick.
breaking doorways in my house.
That's fair.
It's the only rule. You want to kick his ass, throw blood all over the place, that's fine. I don't care. Just don't break the doors.
That makes sense. Are the doorways particularly fragile in there, or?
We have never had cause to test them.
I see.
I think you did the very first time you were there, just in as much as you were testing to see if you could break doors down. And I think they seemed pretty sturdy at the time.
I just flew around in a tight
Sounds
flying
familiar.
carpet.
And
Yeah.
I primarily
Good
sat.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Somebody
you sat and
else's
like
mage
sip
hand.
brandy with the butler.
Until the butler's body parts started disappearing,
Yeah, that was weird.
which was rather disconcerting.
He's still there, right?
I have no idea. I haven't been there.
You've
Not like we left-
you've not heard any differently since he last said, "Hey, there's like visitors here or something," and you're like, "Neat." And I don't think anything was done pursuant of that.
No, we haven't seen him since.
It's fine.
Yeah, he's probably alright. Alright, let's go.
Alrighty, well, we'll open the portal to the mansion.
All right, where are you opening the portal to the mansion? Which doorway are you using?
Goodness. Should we just use the main door?
I would be inside, but y'all didn't think that was.
Oh yeah, but then
We have to open it from inside because our bodies collapse on the other side of the door. So we leave all the soldiers outside. We go inside and use the door so our bodies plop outside.
but do we want the moving skeletal parts coming into the mansion? Because God only knows what the hell might happen with them there.
I only really need to breathe on them wrong and they'll die.
Okay. Alright, if you're sure.
I'm really good at
Okay,
skeletons.
well, since he seems to know more about this than I do, we'll do it the way he says.
Alright.
God knows he seems to know more about a lot of things than I do.
So you're going inside the tower. Am I understanding that right? And you're
Yes, we're going to step, like, one step into the tower, use the door,
okay.
because he's thinking we're going to fall outside the door.
And you're the one who is using the key. Is that correct, Slither?
Yes.
Can you please give me an Arcana check as you open the door?
All of Nine's information on how this works is crap you've said before but
You
forgot
can-
because you're drunk.
You can make that at advantage.
Has been cursed with paying attention.
19.
As you you open the door,
Yeah.
and it swings outward, showing you a It sort of looks like you're looking at like the bottom of the sea, but there's like no water. There's like huge strands of kelp that were certainly not there the last time that you were at the mansion. As the door opens like on a cliff edge, and there's a whole walkway that leads up to the mansion proper, and you're seeing what was previously as a lawn, which is now like a sandy bottom of the ocean floor with the giant strands of kelp and big ol' clams and coral, and there's what looks like sunlight waving beautiful patterns on the sand from up above, and if you look up you can see sparkly sunlight far, far up above. The mansion in the distance seems to have been it seems to be made of a darkish bluish crumbly stone. There doesn't seem to actually be any water around you. There is a fish like right there, but he's just kind of swimming through the air. He's got big old eyes. Only 2 of them, though.
There better not be fucking crabs down here.
There's probably crabs down here.
You have crabs.
I don't.
I look for crabs.
But, Solir, as you step over the threshold, you feel a tugging in your soul, is the only way to put it. You realize you can sort of shimmy yourself and you can step right out of your body, or you can kind of pull your body around yourself and take it with you. Which would you prefer to do?
What?
Never had choices before.
Not talking to you, Kat.
Don't take your body.
No, I think you would.
Okay.
I'm reasonably certain that would be the only choice you would think would make any sense. Yeah.
Bringing your body makes you more powerful, but death, or
Yeah.
who cares?
At this point, I'm pretty sure he thinks he's invulnerable, so.
He has been so far.
He survived a lot,
He
yeah.
dodged a meteor that was coming down just directly on his face.
Yeah,
He's like,
no,
"How did I get
I
there?"
think he would take the body with him.
Okay.
That one
Given
time
the choice.
Plummeted from a lightning storm and then just was okay. Because of
as
stable-
far as he's aware,
Yeah.
You can immediately gain inspiration and 100 temporary hit points.
he has no idea he was unconscious for several hours.
Yes, exactly. Just walk it off.
And those of you standing behind Solir, you see a like bright shining light just flare over him real quick as he steps over the threshold.
Can we see through the door like Square did yet?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, suspicious.
Everybody else, as they're stepping across the threshold, can also make an Arcana check. You will not be making it at advantage.
That's fair. I don't think my Arcana is particularly good. We'll see.
12.
Alright.
19.
13.
9 also gets the same feeling. The other 2 of you feel a shiver, but you just kind of shrug it off.
Okay.
You will not be taking your buddies with you.
I take my with me.
You get 100 temporary HP and inspiration.
Alright.
And you see the same shininess on 9. It's
I
shininess, I
pity the poor
suppose.
librarian. He's not going to understand this at all.
Yeah, what happens to him?
That's a good question. Let me roll for him. I forgot he existed again.
Poor guy.
Why are
Yeah.
we bringing this?
Because we always endanger every NPC we come across.
Goes, oh, what an interesting feeling. Oh, I feel as though I'm having an out-of-body experience.
You'll get
I don't
used
like
to it.
that.
I mean, you are literally.
I must keep cohesion of my ego. There we go. And you see the same flash on his person, and he follows you through.
Now he has 104 hit points.
He might survive something. Okay, well, I'm not sure why we're over here instead of inside. I kind of thought the key would open
Right.
One would think so, right?
door
That
into
just
the
seems
room
intuitive.
I
with
didn't
the
know
little
what to
table.
expect, really.
Aren't you supposed to be the master of this place?
was also the butler of this place.
Why are y'all all shiny?
I haven't even been to most of this place. You've seen more of this place than I have.
I feel like the better question is, why are you not shiny?
I don't know, but weird. Either way, I mean, I guess you could ask that question either way.
We started
You're
out
not
like
curious
this.
about the fish. They're just floating around in the air.
Maybe it's because we're dirty. I'm always covered in dirt. And
Oh, that could
Are you
be.
calling me?
You're always I mean,
Excuse
You
me?
are
What are you
extremely
implying?
There is a snail currently crawling over Ashit's eyebrow.
I
just
eat
too much extra biological matter on us, Smith. That's the only difference I can think of.
You are a lumbering dumpster.
So is his horse still a horse?
That's a good question. Can you please make an Arcana roll for horse?
Do I get temp HP for eating a magical?
You get 1.
Oh, cool.
Horse got an 8, but that's fine because he's a horse.
Horse does not take his body through. I suppose. Well,
If a horse doesn't
That's a
take
very
his
good
body
question.
through, is he just a celestial mass now?
It's gonna be awkward when you ride him.
yeah, I should have thought about that. Hold on one
This,
second.
this is where the edibles would kick in.
Horse just becomes a beautiful angel.
Horse becomes a Pegasus.
Or not, yeah.
I was this, I've been leveled down being with you. Sucks.
Alcorn.
Do we now have to call him Princess Horse?
They called him horse as a unicorn, as a derogatory term, the same as you call me a lizard.
You have bonded.
I've been calling him his slave name this whole time.
Yeah, horse does actually turn into a Pegasus as he crosses over.
There we go.
Is there a website?
He
you
just
can look that
screams
up
real
on?
quick, and then wings sprout out of his back. I was seeing what a reasonable CR equivalent for what I think is reasonable would be. Like, yeah, that just works. This is a horse, but is celestial.
There we go.
He's still got hooves.
Yeah, I mean, the horse by
God,
like
now he
race
can fly.
dichotomy is like horse for material plane, unicorn for Feywild. You got the celestial Pegasus. There's a nightmare if you want to get real weird. And
Seems a pretty efficient horse alignment chart.
Well, I suppose we need to walk.
I'm riding
Feel
a
free to
fly
Horse just ascends into the air a
I
little
didn't want to
bit.
assume,
Have you ever
but
fished where they're above your head?
I have not. None of these are yours. I can just go free there.
I don't think I own the entire
Well, I don't know.
planet here.
Oh, I assumed we were near the mansion.
Yeah, the mansion's like right there.
Okay, this is
It's like 100 feet away, maybe.
I mean, if you want to,
I feel like
Take up a
fishing
fishing
is
rod.
something.
Send it upwards.
Have you ever caught fish in 3 dimensions before?
Why are you not just
I've
like flying
floated
up and
over the water.
how could you
how
not
I
catch
fish.
fish in 3 dimensions?
You could?
I guess everybody has caught
It's
fish in 3
always been
dimensions.
in 3 dimensions. But this is a different perspective. I could just fly up over them.
Yeah, just grab it.
Well, this is true to give you the normal,
Yeah.
the normal view here.
Go net fishing. Just literally chase them down.
If you are gonna fish while beneath them, please make me your fishing roll at disadvantage. You can make it normally if you are above them.
Fair enough.
I hope you get yourself in the eye.
What were we using for a fishing roll?
I think it was just dexterity with proficiency.
Survival
Maybe wisdom
sounds fine.
instead of.
There's not like weird gravity here or anything.
Dexterity proficiency. That's worse than my survival.
There's not weird gravity here, not for you guys at least. For that fish,
No, 'cause
definitely.
we were looking out.
So I
when we were
went
here
from
the
an
last
natural 20
time.
to
We
an
looked
8
out the
total.
window.
Oof.
Oh,
Your
yeah, something was weird.
Yes, there was.
line goes in a
things going
graceful
on
arc,
outside the
loops
window,
over the
so-
fish.
I don't remember what it was.
The fish just like kind of swivels around in place and then swims out from under it.
Oh, okay.
Who? 9 was
If it had been a lasso, you would have got it.
Yes.
How would he remember? He wasn't here.
I need to make
Wasn't he?
lasso fishing
No.
lines for
That was
fishing
before
this
we
place.
got to 9. Because we went there from the orphanage.
We should fish
He
after,
remembers.
That's fair. That's fair.
in
We
case the
already-
fish scream and give away our position.
Jordan might remember.
I might remember what.
Well, when we looked out of the windows when we were at the mansion the last time, what was weird outside?
I don't think there was
like
much weird.
I know we did go out a window and go into another window at one
yeah.
point.
I vaguely remember there just being like
There was something
I think
not
you misty
normal.
stepped from one window to another.
spacey stuff.
There was like a tree, like in the middle of the complex. Like with there was kind of a maze-like construction of the building itself, with like lawn and trees like in between sections.
Were we on a different plane of
Yeah, I
existence?
vaguely remember there being like bits
You are
of void and space.
A different plane of existence compared to where.
Nice guy.
Oh yeah, there's definitely the lighthouse type void. You're kind of on a giant island sort of
I
thing.
figured.
Okay.
If you where you came out through the doorway, there's like a drop off of a cliff right behind you with the void right behind you.
I was just wondering if I would have been
Yeah,
able
because
to tree
I just
walk
remember
here.
looking out the window and there being something.
Had you
Tree walking into the dreaming
Have
sounds
you-
bullshit.
that's just doing a lot of weed, I think.
Does it say it has to be on the same plane?
I believe so.
I feel like
Have you ever tried to tree walk into the dreaming before?
I don't know, it sounds like an album name. Tree walking into the dreaming.
Yeah.
I've never tried
I don't think you've ever
that.
tried. I don't think
don't
you're gonna know until you try. If Ashit would consider the dreaming to be another plane, Ashit would know whether or not to try. I suppose.
Ashit doesn't know there are other planes. She dumb as
Yeah.
hell.
I don't think that's something you should consider.
the dreaming is just the underside of the flat Earth.
That's why the gravity's all messed up.
Yeah.
Now we know.
Messed up, not reversed. Just different.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it clearly can't be another plane.
It doesn't
because
say it has to be in the same plane unless there's a longer.
Goraz
Oh,
was
gotcha.
able to take the boat
I think it does. I think there is a longer version.
to the closet
Trying to get
where all
to
the
it,
alcohol
but
was
some of them
in
have a longer
Rath's orphanage.
Right.
Does plane imply a flat Earth?
So you
I
have
think so.
they have to be connected somehow.
They do.
Because he said he went to this place where there was alcohol and he was ended up in this
Oh,
closet.
yeah,
So
that
clearly,
is what makes sense.
Well, different planes of existence are real fucky when it comes to distance and time.
Yeah.
what the fuck is he talking about?
Anton is still in.
I got a 19 on Arcana.
Treewalk.com is not what I meant to go.
It's transport via plants.
Transport via plants.
Does it say it has to be the same plane?
Not in the text I have, but sometimes
Yeah.
there's longer text and I don't remember how to access it.
On the same plane of existence.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Jeez, Jordan, you didn't have that memorized? What
Yeah.
the hell?
I had a hunch, but no.
Wow.
Don't remember this. I don't know.
Next, you're gonna tell me we can't
Oh,
turn
shit,
into
this
clouds
and
into the dream. Just fly up.
I don't know.
Big clouds in the dream.
Have we ever seen a cloud in the dream?
Good question.
I don't
Outside
know
of
that
the
anybody
UK.
has specifically said, hey, look, a cloud. It's usually been like night. There's been stars. There's not been enough clouds to like completely obscure the stars. There might have been clouds, I don't know. You'll have to pay more attention next time you're in a version of the dreaming that doesn't have like fish, I guess.
Dude, I wonder what happens if we open the portal into the dreaming while we're in the mansion.
Let's save that for after, in case it interrupts us kicking this guy's ass.
Oh, we
That's
can
fair.
send 9 through the portal.
Just,
We can just turn it back on if the other guy hasn't
he'd like that, yeah.
and see where it goes.
What? Why wouldn't you send the one that can teleport?
You're shiny.
It doesn't mean I can come back.
You're shiny.
You can fly.
You have a magic taste.
Horse can fly. Horse has like 12 hit points.
Nay, says horse in cursive.
It's okay, that's what he sounds like in my head all the time.
Did you catch the fish?
No, it got away. And Nan said maybe we should wait, and I agree. That
Yeah,
makes
can we
sense.
go to this fucking house already?
You don't
I'm
want to
here
stand
to-
on the lawn bullshitting for another 25 minutes.
To be fair, it's just sand right now, not a lawn.
We're here to kick ass and fish, and I'm all out of fish, so.
He's gonna come out
you
and tell
guys
us to
looking
get
for
off his
crabs?
lawn. You damn
Yeah, I don't see any
kids.
crabs. I guess.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess we'll go over to the house then.
You saunter up to the mansion. The mansion door looks exactly like the first time you guys saw it. It's imperious, it's wooden. It's got a fancy brass knocker. I don't remember if that's what the description was the first time I described it, but it was one
I
of the
don't
two.
remember being on the outside of it. I
No,
thought
we were never
just-
outside
we
the
went
house.
straight
We
into the
came
inside.
into the first room there where the butler was sitting.
I
Don't think we knocked on anything.
I can't remember either way.
my memory was you guys
I think-
spawning outside and then going into it.
Outside the front door, yeah.
Were we?
Very-
Maybe for like 5 seconds.
It was only a very vague thought, but yeah.
I like select here.
It just has truck nuts on the door that you ring.
Well, like a dream, it's different a little bit.
I don't
every
think I
time.
hit the knock. I think I'm just allowed to go in now.
Yeah, fair enough.
Horse clops through the air.
Are you going to open the door?
Sure, why not?
When you touch the door swings open, and you see the sitting room, which looks the same as the last time you saw it. The butler is standing by the door. He doesn't look terribly happy or healthy. He's very thin. His hair is kind of ragged. His clothes look wilted. He says, "Hello, sir. It has been quite a while. You're looking iridescent today. Are you aware that you have brought your body with you?"
Yes.
Sir, are
He
you
is
sure
now.
that's the wisest? Are you sure that is the wisest course of action, sir? I'd be happy to take your body for you if you
No.
would like to cast it off.
No, last time you seemed to lose body parts.
And hang it in the body.
Oh, that was completely different, sir. Please let me know if you. Please let me know if you wish me to take your body.
You don't look well.
We'll take a body
I
ticket, come back.
Yes, I do not feel well, sir.
Why?
It.
I think he's flirting with you. He offered to take
That may well be, I don't know. It's early, Solaire hasn't drunk enough yet.
Would you care for some vodka, sir? He suddenly has a plate of little shots of vodka, which he offers to you all.
No, we have this wonderful new device that just duplicates alcohol all day long.
Indeed.
Very good, sir. Yes, since you're
I drink everybody's vodka.
you feel very very nice. It's very nice vodka. Can you make me a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage, please?
Oh God, here
She's
we
resistant
go.
to
And
poison. She's a
resistant to
dwarf.
Yeah. So just
What was that? again?
neutral. Constitution saving throw, please.
That's why dwarves drink a lot.
Yeah.
22.
You feel just fine. A fine acetone mist bursts out of spores on your arms.
Ooh, nice.
It smells
Never
fruity. Says, yes, sir. Ever since that tenant of yours took up residence, it's just been a very stressful experience. As you see, the decor has been redone. I can't say I'm terribly a fan of it.
Is he still here?
At the moment, I do not believe so. Any of his companions, I suppose you could call them, are still.
Companions?
Oh yes, about a few hundred different individuals who have been in and out over the past,
Was that part
I
of your
suppose,
vodka?
within this reckoning over the past few weeks. I don't know how much time has passed for you on the mortal plane.
Did you tell him no parties? Because I would have said no parties.
I don't remember.
The contract stipulated gatherings and celebrations are acceptable, and there was nothing I could do about it except provide refreshments and clean up.
Well, at the moment he's in breach of contract, so
Yes, I
he's not welcome here until he talks to me, nor are his friends.
Yes, there were some locks which appeared. I was wondering what that had to do with. It's some sort of law magic which quite interested me as I had no control over it.
His friends weren't coming through the portal, were they?
There's been quite a lot of coming and going through the portal, yes.
Has that been locked down too?
I do not know. That whole room has been locked out of my purveyance, which is quite surprising and very troubling.
You should go take care of that.
Yes. Yes, we should. Now, feel free to put the decor back to the way it was. He's no longer a tenant here.
Oh, thank you. I feel better already, sir. And he snaps his fingers, and all of the view you see through the door that was open just warps into, as it was before, sunny, grassy lawn with some nicely trimmed topiary.
Did the fish just drop?
The fish just disappear.
I didn't know you could do that. That's kind
Oh, of course, sir.
Can he do
I
that?
am the butler,
That's
after all.
quite something.
Oh, I'm
I-
sorry about the fish.
Oh, that's
I
alright.
didn't know that was
I
going to
wasn't
happen.
catching them anyways. There's no water for the line to float on. It was kind of honestly.
I would be happy to prepare a stocked pond for your guests' amusement, sir. Just say the word.
The word.
You just let him know what you want it stocked with, and
It kind of takes the spore out of it.
It does, unless it's a fish I've never seen before.
I'm afraid I do not know which fish you have never seen.
Stock it with random fish.
Maybe when we have more
But-
time, I'll go through the entire list of
Oh,
what
yes.
I've seen.
Yeah, later. Let's
Later.
go see this dude's friends if there's any kicking around.
well, are any of his friends here at the moment?
A few dozen of them.
And where might they be?
Scattered around your rooms and halls.
Yes, and I know you can see all the rooms and halls, so where might
Most
they be?
of them.
It sounds
Anyway,
like they're
you-
sort of infesting it like cockroaches.
Except for those which are currently in rooms which have been locked by the chains I cannot touch. I can pile them all into a cell. Would you like me to do that, sir?
Yes, please.
He snaps his fingers again, and a door appears on one of the walls. It says, "They have been all assigned individual cells. You can deal with them as you wish, sir.
How many are still floating around?
I do not know.
You can't see into the other rooms.
That's fair. Sounds like parts of your house got stolen.
All of the doors will lock or unlock at your touch.
Except the ones with the chains?
I do not know.
Well, let's go check that out.
Well, yeah, we gotta go to the portal room and close the portal for the time being.
Yeah, let's do that first.
Okay, so we're going to head to the portal room then.
The most direct path I can open for you passes through at least one room which is locked from me. I can connect that to this room, but I'm afraid I can't help with the opening of it. But here it is. And a door appears on the wall it's a big, heavy iron door that just has silvery chains stretched across it with a big old silvery padlock right in the middle. You see, what do you even do about something like that? I don't understand it at all.
Yeah, where do the chains go around the door?
It doesn't make any sense, does it?
It's very clear what it indicates.
I have tried to manifest within the many glimmering reflections, but I can't get a foothold. See, his hand disappears and then falls to the ground in front of the door. It just doesn't work.
You'll get used to the body parts falling off of him.
Oh, I didn't even
They-
notice, to be honest.
big
I
places.
just kind of we're in this weird place, and
Honestly, it'd be weirder if it came back.
Okay, well, I'm going to go try and open the lock.
With the keys.
As soon as you touch the lock, it
oh,
burns in your hand, and you feel an intense heat coming from your pack. Whatever you have for a backpack or a sack on your back where you pack your things. Your inventory.
If your DM was Dr. Seuss.
the sheet of paper
Maybe
indicating
we're done.
because
Taylor, it may take some preparation, but
Okay,
next
okay.
session I demand that everything rhyme.
No. But thank you for asking.
It was a demand.
Yeah, I know.
Why do I think this is probably going to be this stupid skull?
Well, you don't have the
Isn't
skull.
that
You don't have to
No,
skip
I have the heart, that stupid diamond heart.
oh
Yep.
the rubies
Yeah, or the rubies themselves.
could be.
I don't think anything else in that.
Do we see like smoke come out of his bag, or is it just looks like
There is a wisp of smoke that comes out of,
Okay.
out of your pack.
We're gonna have to take the pack off and find what the hell has gotten hot.
Me and Horse take a few clops back.
Whether or not you had a copy of the document, there is a copy of the contract in your belongings now. And the ink on the contract is burning red hot.
the contract between he and.
And the eye guy.
Okay.
It does not seem to be harming anything else in your pack, but it is giving off wisps of smoke and is very hot to the touch. It is a very long contract.
Gonna hold the shield up.
Good. I'm just gonna toss that on the floor because that doesn't matter anymore.
It just sits there, continuing to glow.
Okay.
I don't
Start
suppose if you
firing
rub the two together, they'll just explode.
Well, I'm going to try and open the damn lock. Burning
It
behavior.
is very hot, but you can certainly give it a try. Please make me first a Constitution saving throw versus the pain.
Yes,
Even if you have fickle woolen gloves, this is an extraordinary, very likely magical sort of heat that penetrates through any of layers.
He has 100 temp HP for the
18.
30 burns.
You are, with your intense level of professionalism and alcoholism, able to push through the pain
Go
and do the
alcohol.
work. Please make me a... Do you happen to have magical lockpicks?
I didn't know that was a thing.
Not unless you've given me magical lockpicks.
I have not given you magical lockpicks.
Then no idea.
Then you will not be able to use your usual lockpicking tools to pick this lock. They just break immediately when you begin to try.
Oh.
Is the you don't have like
Start
some kind of
casting
master
magic.
key to the?
I think this is Blue Guy's
Uh,
lock. This isn't. I don't think any function of the house or the butler would be able to deal with it.
Mending,
so what's the
mending.
contract burning?
Mending. The lockpicks have been mended.
George,
What?
then what's the contract burning for?
Who the hell knows? I don't care.
Is
You
there
feel-
some specific part of it maybe he wants to point out to you that justifies this?
There's now you've encountered
Read it.
you've encountered a sensation and a physical occurrence like this before, where it seems like a mundane tool kind of like phases partially into a form of magical protection and then just breaks as it's shoved out of the space that it was occupying a moment before. So you have a good idea that using magical tools would allow you to actually engage with this
I
mechanism.
honestly think Solaire would give a rat's ass.
Can I touch
what's in
the contract?
Do you want to read it?
It
Go
will
ahead.
burn you. Oh, and also, Solir, you will take 7 fire damage from the attack.
I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic on the door.
We cast it on this contract.
Do I have to make a saving throw for that, or does it affect a certain level of spell?
I think it auto works on anything level 3 and down, and then I roll something.
Spell modifier.
Is it spell modifier?
Yeah. D20 plus spell modifier. Counts as an ability check, so.
If you want to read that stupid thing,
Check watch rates works.
go right ahead.
It's too hot.
So take this. You can't read anyway. What the hell do you want?
The
to look at
DC
that
is
for?
10 plus the
I just wanna
spell
try to
level.
find if there's
Okay.
a specific part that's coming from that you might need to read.
No, I don't need to read it.
You might.
Worst thing that happens, you show up and we'll kick his ass, and that'll be the last time you can go down.
Maybe plus my spell attack bonus, or
Just your ability score modifier.
14.
Your dispel magic sinks into the metal. There's a terrible smell, and the shininess of the silver tarnishes, but the lock does not break.
Is it still hot?
It still is quite warm, yes.
Yeah.
The heat does not diminish, I should say.
How much does a contract
But
hurt
it's
if I
less
catch it?
shiny.
It is much less.
shiny.
What was that?
Try
How
again.
much does a contract hurt if I catch it?
If you just like poke it, it's just really painful. If you try to actually grab it and hold onto it for any length of time, you'll take damage.
Just take like a couple of sticks or a dagger or something. Just spread the needle in.
Try picking it again. I think I got rid of the lockpicky
Oh,
breakers.
good. Nine's made it okay.
Your lockpicks will do exactly as before.
Yeah.
And you can tell what's happening this time. You're able to pull your hands away before you take damage.
Okie dokie.
But your lockpicks will break and will need to be mended again.
Mending.
Alrighty.
Son of a bastard.
So
I thought you had it to that time.
those rubies are explosive. Have we tried exploding one yet?
You said not to break your doors, but
Well, yes, but in this particular case, you know, the butler seems to be able to restore anything at the snap of a finger, so I'm not quite so worried about it.
Yes, I can certainly repair doors.
The door itself has a padlock on it, right?
Yes.
It doesn't have like a keyhole to look through.
It does not. There is a keyhole in the padlock, but you can't look through it.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense.
I wonder how we explode the...
Your librarian who came with you has been silent this whole time. Totally not because I forgot he existed.
Poor guy.
He's drinking vodka.
Yeah, he is drinking vodka.
Good man.
This is a pretty nice place. You know, I don't know. I suppose I'm glad that you abducted me from that banquet. I never expected I'd travel to another world, if that's what happened. I'm going to assume that's what happened.
That's exactly what happened.
I don't know where this is.
Butler, can you bring me cooking tongs?
Your tongs,
That
madam.
was rifle through the
Okay.
contract. See if there's one place in particular the heat is coming from.
Can you... I mean, all the ink. I was about to say, can you read, but I guess you don't need to
No, I
read.
can't. I was just trying to find a specific location in the contract.
Yeah, it's all of the text.
God damn it.
No,
I tried. Sorry.
it doesn't matter. He broke the contract already.
But this... He broke the contract? How did he break the contract? Because this certainly seems like it's some kind of...
Well, he
some
gave
some
us-
law magic. This is far more familiar
He
than
gave
everything else
us a
I've
bell
seen.
with which we
Uh-huh.
could summon him. And the bell doesn't work anymore.
He took away our ability to exploit him.
I don't think you have the bell anymore, is that right?
No, he
No.
took it with him. He
'Cause it's
took the
part of
bell
it.
and bloop.
The bell turns into him and
Yeah.
he left, so it's gone.
So that... One would assume that would break the contract, and if this is the contract, then it should sort of crumble into ash. That's... I think, usually everything's not as fancy as you see here, but you would think that would be what happened if the contract broke.
Did you get fucking fine printed?
It does look like
It doesn't
something...
make any difference. It's my
happened,
house.
though.
His shit doesn't belong to my house anymore.
Some kind of a state of legal limbo is what you're in here, if you ask me.
We need a lawyer.
Well, considering there's no government here but me, I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how enforcement of any contract's supposed to happen, across worlds or whatever.
As near as I know, this is the only place here, so.
Yeah, that's pretty strange.
Okay. Well,
I am unfortunately not a lawyer. I've just read a couple books, is all.
there we go.
Not much to do when you're a librarian
Can you
for
look
very
through
rich
this
people.
real quick and see if there's some kind of fine print that he was too dumb to read?
I mean, there's a lot of text there, but I could certainly... Can I have those tongs? Yeah, thank you. Yep.
Well, while he's doing that,
clacks
I'm
them
going to
together
take
and-
some of the umpteen dozen rubies. How big is the keyhole? Is it
I'm
big enough to
going-
shove a ruby into?
I
Oh,
am
yeah.
Oh, good.
Before we
moving
do
3
that-
rooms away.
Before we do that, can't we use the rubies to enchant a blade? Could you enchant your lockpicks?
Oh, I don't know how to do that, though.
I don't know either, but I feel like they said something like that.
Well, yeah, it can be used to enchant items, but
I don't know if enchanting your lockpicks to do fire damage is a great idea.
I think Salir would know that you usually have to have, a smith.
well, yeah,
like, some
there was
alchemical
something about
knowledge to do
if
that.
I wanted to do my sword, it was going to take a long time.
I see, that's fair.
Unless
so
you have
back
something
where
like
we're
the
going.
skull, magical stuff like that usually doesn't just absorb in, and I think Salir would be familiar with
That's
that.
pretty fair.
You can fix things.
Yeah.
Can you fix my exploding head mace?
I don't know if I can try.
Is that magic?
You are not able to mend the exploding head mace.
A little beyond my ability, sir.
Would the padlock fit in the skull's mouth? Maybe I'll just eat
The
it.
padlock does not fit in the skull's mouth. It's a big old padlock.
Just shove them up next to it, maybe. Just-
Well, the less that I bring this skull out, the better. I'm not convinced it wouldn't just eat this entire house.
One of these times when he's
Pac-Man.
asleep, I'm going to feed his skull a ruby, see what it does.
Ah.
It probably wouldn't do anything.
So if we all back up after setting the rubies,
Didn't you already feed it a ruby?
I can use
No,
this
let it-
ring of railgun to set them off from a distance.
I was confusing that with the ruby thing you found in the...
You want me to shoot it with my tiny lock?
The power of gun will solve the lock for us.
I
There's
think
no problem with that I can't solve.
Glock minus lock equals G.
I'm a G. So, can your
I
butler
almost
set
feel
up
much
a
less
blast
appropriate.
shield around the back side of the door so that exploding the door doesn't kill everyone in the room?
I don't care if they die.
You're in the butler's.
The butler raises like two walls
Butler
in
can't
front
die.
of the lock so that there's like a straight shot.
I forgot we could do all that.
Yes, it's nice to have something to do after just standing here and
What did we
bringing
use
people
to blow
alcohol
up
and
the door
snacks.
when we lost track of grass?
Can we go to the room where you can with the deer head?
I don't see why not.
I don't see why you would.
Because he gives everybody like 3 questions and 3 wishes.
Yes, I could open that up for you.
I feel like we should tread blow.
And you
There's-
haven't been
there's
here
really
before,
no
right?
reason
So you
I-
haven't used yours.
I can provide anything that the wishes could provide.
What?
And I have to imagine that I possess most of the information that the information might provide. That's sort of a party trick for guests you want to impress. I
It
really
was
think that I
pretty
should be able to do anything that either of them could do for you.
Can you enchant his lockpicks?
I don't know that I've ever tried before.
Give it a shot.
This is why we can dine around. For the thing.
Is that why?
At 10 intelligence, I'm the smartest man.
He wiggles his fingers and
Well, I've got the intelligence. I just lack the wisdom.
he just stares at them really hard.
You are drunk.
Oh, look at that!
I have a 12
They are
intelligence.
now slightly magical. They sparkle. That is about the they are very clean. They will never get dirty.
Okay. If I give you one of these ruby things,
Yes.
can you use that to enchant them?
I wouldn't know the first thing to do with a ruby, sir.
Well,
I could put it in a ring for you, I suppose. It would look
But that would be
quite dashing.
I don't think you want
perhaps
to wear an exploding ring.
perhaps some cufflinks.
Blow your damn finger off.
Could you put the ruby on the ring of Railguns?
Now, there's an idea.
I feel like
That might be trickier. It's already magic. But
you could just use a slingshot. I don't know.
I
Yeah.
Sling.
I have a bow and like exploding lizards or something. Centipedes.
Why do you keep thinking it's lizards?
Wishful thinking.
It's been centipedes the whole time.
You also have a sloth. I do want to remind you.
Oh yeah, the sloth. I forgot about the sloth.
How do
It's
you
just been
have
hanging
that
around your
like-
neck.
The sloth that will instantly kill.
It will instantly absorb souls.
So
I didn't add that to my thing.
Wow. It's because it's been asleep in the cauldron this whole time.
So I have on my sheet. No, never mind. No, I have on my sheet rubies fed to skull, 1 ruby. Was that just the thing that you found in the office, or did you feed it an additional ruby?
It might have just been the one in the office, I think.
It had to have been the one in the office because as soon as it ate that from inside the bag, and I didn't
It did,
take
yeah.
it out of the bag.
Yeah, we forgot about the skull until we realized.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not giving the skull exploding magic.
So he eats the souls
think
of
you'd
people who
trust
have died,
Slither
or does
around
he
the
eat
skull
the souls
anyway.
of whomever?
I don't think you clarified that.
It was like
How do
when
we know
somebody
he eats
dies,
souls?
the sloth just gets
Nope.
the soul of the person who's attached to you or whatever like, immediately.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
I think that was what the eye guy said to you. Just stick him on somebody who's dying, and he'll drink the soul right up. Then you just
So
gotta
die in.
like as they die,
Okay.
just stick them on
Oh right, it
them
was as they die. Okay.
as they lie dying.
How many rubies do you think it'll take to blow this lock up with?
Well, let's try one and see what
I
happens.
think
because you can make infinite. So
there were
Yeah.
hand crossbow bolts that had the rubies on them already that I think you guys have, right?
Oh.
I'm not worried about setting them off.
I don't have a hand crossbow. So
I have 100 temporary hit points in a fist.
Well, we could just. Yeah, let's start with 1, I guess. Might as well.
Just one.
Yeah, and if this doesn't end up working with enough rubies, we could try to spawn it again. I mean, see if we get luckier.
Why don't we just blow up the door?
Well, we're trying
We're
one
trying-
because we've never
try
blown
one,
one
we
up
can try
before.
one.
I was trying to blow up the lock, but I mean, if we just get rid of the door
Or if we blow
itself.
up the wall around the door, because that doesn't have chains on it.
I'm afraid it's magic. That probably won't work. It's probably all the same thing.
I see.
I could be wrong, I suppose.
What if we just?
Well,
yeah,
what's
let's
the
just
wall
cover
made out
rubies.
of?
We'll try one because we've never exploded a ruby before and don't know how big it is.
I have exploding crossbow bolts.
We know.
Here, throw the ruby up in the air. I'll try and hit it with the ring.
No, just we're in a room.
That'll be fine.
All right,
Big
so I will
ruby.
put one single ruby inside the
Okay.
keyhole of the lock.
You put the ruby in.
For maximum trick shot effectiveness, Cameron will fly upside down and try to aim the
Excellent.
ring from
Can
as
you
far as possible.
make me a? Gosh, was it? I can't remember.
I don't think
Now.
I'm proficient
Or-
with it.
yes.
No.
Just dexterity attack roll with
Just
it.
dexterity attack roll, right?
Doesn't it like do shitty and then glow and then do shitty but less shitty and glow harder and just kind of
I
like
think
get
we were
redder?
testing it, and it's just like the more I was pulling it back, it's like a rubber band. It was like
Yes.
I just
There
kinda
is.
put something into it, and it flew off, and then I really pulled it back and it went further.
It was.
Oops.
Yeah. We'll might need to do further testing to figure out how it works. I think that lines up with the testing that you did.
I was pretty sure you fired it multiple
Oh,
times
no, you were
to make
given
it more powerful.
You were given the information from the guy. Yeah. Every time it's fired in sequence, it gains more power.
Oh, okay, so
until it hit somebody
I'll
and
fire
then
it
it went
against the
back to
floor a few
normal.
times to make it as strong as I can. And then
Ricochet into your nuts. We all put it on YouTube.
then when he recovers, fire it in the floor.
God, there's such a market for like D&D magic item jackass videos that would be posted on YouTube.
Ooh,
That's how the
a
Magic
21.
Academy gets all of their funding. 21.
19.
That will hit. Against all odds. The rubber band flies true, and there's a tiny explosion that bursts from the lock. The lock does not change.
Okay.
That was underwhelming. Let's try a
I
dozen.
go up and get the ring.
You get the ring.
Yeah, what if we just bury the door in rubies? Just like really.
I don't have that many at the moment.
Well, you can squeeze the heart, right? And it goes.
I mean, we had a total of 87, and I know some of y'all took some.
Don't you have the thing that makes the rubies?
Well, yeah, but I don't think it
Like
just...
infinite numbers of
Maybe
them?
for next
Yeah,
one.
but it eats you when it does it.
I'll sling a ruby over
Does
there.
it?
and shit.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, I kind of got to pay a price to get rubies.
Oh, I see. They're not.
Well, they're free, just so long as I'm willing to pay the price.
Blood. His blood.
He makes more blood.
He has
I am a
100
machine that turns
temporary
blood
hit
into
points
rubies.
of slug.
Can your butler get you more blood?
He has a
What a coincidence! We have a bunch of prisoners sitting over there who don't need that blood.
Here's just a nice big vampiric vat of blood.
Feed the prisoners into the juicing machine.
I don't suppose my eye worm sees anything different about this door.
No,
Okay.
it's magic.
Well, no, because my eye won't probably see it.
Yes.
Well, yes, but that's
So-
assuming you remembered the eye worms were there.
That
Oh, this
assumes
is
that I
fine.
remember the.
Yeah.
Can I use enchant? Can I use magic weapon on lockpicks?
Yes.
Well,
Ooh.
give me a day to reset my spells.
I mean, he has a set of magic lockpicks now. The butler managed to enchant
Oh,
them.
Yeah, but they were just sparkly.
Yeah, but they're magic.
Yeah, that's good enough. I mean, my cape is like magic.
My cape's magic too. We all got magic.
Well, there we
I
go.
don't have a magic cape, says the librarian. He's saying
Aw.
sad.
You should have been
I do
there.
have a magic hat, but I don't have it with me. I can throw it in every turns to me. It's got blades on it. Never had a chance to use it.
Okay, Kung Lao. That's a Mortal Kombat character.
Also got shoes with blades on it.
I
Never
was,
had a
I was
chance.
thinking more
I don't
of
live a very
the
exciting
James
life.
Bond character. But
I don't know, having
Wasn't
a
that
blade
just a
hat is
regular
pretty
ass
good.
hat?
Yeah, I think that just makes me a nerd.
Yeah, you sound a little neckbeardy.
that's
It's
the one
like
that cuts through stone.
I don't think
Next,
it's
Bad for
He doesn't cut through stone, I
French
checked. Actually, I'm not actually sure what the magic does. Come to think of it, you would think that a magical bladed hat would cut through stone, but it doesn't. Oh, it's a lovely little shop that I bought it at. Where was it? I remember being very drunk at the time. I remember trying to find the shop a few months later and it wasn't there anymore.
That happens more often than you'd think.
Okay.
Maybe it wasn't really a magic
What
shop.
if I turned 8 cows onto it?
There was that one time there was a magic shop that turned into an omelet store overnight. It just happens.
I mean, that's pretty magical.
The omelets weren't magic.
But that's unfortunate.
Goris would
Did you turn into
disagree.
something? And you just go underneath the crack out between the door and the
super
floor?
sawdust survey.
Presumably, if there is one.
You just lockpick it again. You got magic lockpicks now.
Try it with your sparkly lockpick.
Okay, we'll try with the sparkly lockpick.
Can you make me a lockpicking roll, please? Dexterity with proficiency, please.
Possibly double proficiency.
Possibly double proficiency if you have
that's like-
expertise in it.
Oh dear, that's plus 13 to this.
Minimum of 10.
Yeah, so 23.
The locks, the heat from the lock does not hurt you as you go to pick it this time. You pick it. The lock snaps open as though it was spring-loaded and falls to the ground. The contract bursts into flames and turns to ash,
Good job.
and the door opens. There's like 6.
Does that mean I've broken the contract?
Possibly.
You literally physically broke the contract.
Oh, okay. Well, that's okay. That was.
A very bad feeling passes over you for just a fraction of a second.
Yeah, that's never going to stop him.
That just means you need to drink more alcohol.
Yeah, exactly.
There's half a dozen guys who are just all asleep, just slumped in the hallway on the other side.
A sudden bad feeling washes over you. You interpret it as thirst.
do we just kill them in their sleep, or do we wake them up and kill them?
Now hang on. How weird are these people?
Wait, what was on the other side?
Are these
They
aliens
look-
sleeping people, or what are we doing?
There are people from. There's mostly humans. There's one elf. They're all wearing like sleeping clothes, except for like one guy who's wearing like light armor. And they're all just kind of slumped, snoring. They have some weird fog kind of hovering over them, coming out of their noses and from their lips. It's kind of bluish and it's rising to the ceiling.
Can we just have them like transported to cells as well? Do we deal with them?
Oh yes, I will happily
I
take care
wasn't
of these
telling-
guests
he's
for
in
you.
charge of you, not me.
Now that is a good question. Now that the lock's open, can you reach the room?
Yes.
Did
Okay, calm the fuck down for a second.
that fixed all the locks?
Oh yes, there are none of them left.
Okay,
Oh, goody.
how agreeable were these guests? Were they abducted here, or were they partying with the guy?
I suppose I don't know the difference. Most of the case,
Please have it.
most of them were sleeping most of the time, which I suppose is quite strange.
We don't want them running
This
around.
is
I now that I think about it, it's sort of odd that somebody would be sleeping here, isn't it?
how do you
but-
sleep in the dreaming?
Quite well, it seems. They
Do
seem
they
to
have
be quite
bodies?
comfortable.
Are they
Some of them. Some of them are here with their bodies, and some are not.
Okay, can you put everybody into the cells?
It is done. The bodies vanish from in front of you.
Okay, well that's easy.
Many of the guests were quite rowdy. The ones who came here awake. The ones, I suppose, who were asleep were, cluttering up the place. But I suppose they...
Can you separate them into two groups?
Oh yes, I'll separate them into this one wing and this other wing.
Wonderful. Okay.
Let's go check out the portal.
Close the portal.
Make sure the
Or are we
portal's
sending him through the
inaccessible.
Oh, it's quite accessible. It's been in frequent use. It's all greased up, I suppose you could say.
Can we turn it off for now?
Oh yes.
Can you
Yeah.
turn it off just
Like from
by
here?
With the owner's permission, I can turn it off,
Yes.
which I would advise. So
Yes, turn it off.
it
before-
is now closed. There is no access from the other side.
He's pretty damn useful.
Well, he is.
It is so nice to be able to do my work again. He looks so much better now. His clothes are all starched up on a Tuesday. His hair is neatly combed. He's got a.
Weirdly,
It's Tuesday in the dream.
Thursday.
Always Thursday.
He looks quite refreshed.
Can you get us like some plates of tiny food?
Oh yes, absolutely. He has some canapes for you now.
I am absolutely down to snack while we interrogate people.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Can I eat
The-
in the,
the-
dreaming?
the-
I guess I drank.
The snackish inquisition. The
I've
snackish
eaten
drink
guns
inquisition.
before. The gun room was fun. They had these little sandwiches made out of
I-
guns.
I'm afraid I don't know what a gun is.
Don't worry about
That
it.
was my next
we
question.
all have at least one at this point of varying types.
I see it.
Okay.
Let's go
Do we want to
interrogate.
interrogate them in mass, or do we want to just have them summoned here one by one?
Let's start with
Why
one.
don't we go to the cell so they don't get uppity and try to do anything?
Oh, they can't do anything, don't worry.
I want to see if the non-rowdy ones are abductees.
Okay.
Can you set up a cell here in this room that you can transport them to individually?
Yes,
and
We
interrogate
could be
them?
very lazy that way.
Well, we have snacks.
Yeah, we have snacks.
He
We're in
sets up
like
some
recliners
couches.
circling the cage.
He summons some unseen servants who begin playing some chamber music in the corner.
Now we can hear the music.
Oh, is this the music?
I think it's
That's
just.
the librarian. He knows the
yeah.
music.
Is this the music you're listening to?
No, I've never heard. It's strange. The music sounds very familiar, but I'm certain that I've never heard it before.
Huh.
And I suppose you all have that same feeling. It feels very familiar, but you can't place where you might have heard it.
Yeah.
Well, when we're done here, we've
This
got a
isn't
seat for you to
the
try out.
music, but-
Stop trying
No,
to make.
I'm fine. I'm fine with you conducting the interrogations. You know.
You're the one interrogating them. It's your house.
Oh no.
Well, I'd be happy to perform
Who's
the
more frightened,
interrogation.
me or him?
I mean, I literally have Zone of Truth, so.
I've seen
he's
the
more-
interrogation
he's
plans
more
of other
frightening.
Solaires, so.
Yeah. Well, if we need to go there, we'll go there.
I mean, I have Zone of Truth.
I still know how.
I have plus 12 to intimidation and 2 abilities that cause fear.
I can cause fear. Can we, like, double
You
up?
cause fear just by standing very
you're
close.
probably actually the most
gnomes.
frightening creature here.
Are any of them gnomes?
You cause disgust.
There's probably a good half dozen.
There's a
gnomes,
fine
but-
line between disgust and fear. It's a lot of overlap,
In
actually.
any event, there's food and drink. You can do the interrogating, so there's busy.
Would you like some one-way glass?
Oh.
Oh, I could make a cube of one-way glass around the prisoner.
We want a really bright spotlight in their face.
Let's start with just the cell on someone presumed to be napping.
Do you have a battery and some clamps?
We can.
I don't know what a battery is. I have many clamps.
You can
An
wait
infinite
for
quantity of
your
clamps.
fun later.
If one of the rowdy ones needs an interrogation, we can start with the torture. But no, this might literally just be, oh, thank God you woke me up.
Does anybody know how to waterboard?
Yes.
Yes.
Just the whole room. Yes.
What if we all put them in our own individual white room with nothing else in it and just see who cracks first?
That would be Pimrin's worst fear. Yes, it would. I could create an infinite quantity of white rooms also.
Just put.
I could
someone-
perhaps create an infinite hallway where there's always one more door, but every door takes them to an identical white cell.
We will
That
definitely
would
be
be
putting
fun.
one of them in
Maze.
place just like that.
A
Yes.
maze. That's true.
Let's not make a maze.
You could have him make the greatest maze of all time.
He doesn't like mazes.
I remind you, sir, that
Torture, though.
I am the dream of a prisoner in a dark tower who spent many long years in isolation, full of dread and fear. All of this is in my DNA, you see.
Okay, great. Bring us somebody.
The most rowdy of rowdies.
The opposite. Let's start with
We
opposite.
need to question these people, and we're coming up with like Sims 4 torture chambers.
Let's leave the ladder.
Because the owner asked for a rowdy one, there's a. You summon a big, burly, half-orc dude covered in the most expensive armor you've ever seen, he's pops into the cell and he's just
Profit to be made.
screaming and smashing the cell bars with his big old war hook.
His war book.
He's got a big old war hook. It's a big old metal hook that he uses for war.
I think we should just watch him for a few minutes, eating our snacks. That might piss him off.
He does seem to get pissed off by this, and he starts screaming at Na'in, saying, "Kill me or let me go. I don't care which."
I could do both, you know. Or neither. I bet that'd piss you off.
It does seem like it would piss him off, yes. It seems like he's pretty pissed off at the moment, regardless of what you choose to do.
I'm gonna throw a dog biscuit at him.
Oof.
Do you want him more pissed off?
I don't know. This is great.
Give me his armor and his weapon.
As you wish. And he is now a big old naked half-orc man without any armor or weapon. He just seems to make him angrier.
There you go.
Yes,
Now I
charm
pissed him
person.
off even more.
And he makes wisdom save.
Is it at advantage?
He got a 9.
Because they're against
That would be
him,
an
or-
advantage, right?
It would be
Which one is?
if we are fighting it. It's an advantage.
I think he
That's
thinks
GM's
we're
discretion.
fighting.
It's
I think that would count.
That's fair.
Yeah, he got a 13 total.
Okay, so yeah, he's charmed. So he regards at least Pimmerin as a friendly
Okay.
acquaintance.
Okay.
He swivels towards you and he starts screaming in anger, asking why you're not letting him out.
Hey, buddy. No, it's alright. We just need to talk to you for a little bit. We need to chill out, alright? We need to calm down. This raging and smashing things isn't gonna.
I'm sitting in a bloody cell, and you're telling me to calm down.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
They took me armor. They took me war hook. It's me hook I use for war.
It's right here.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a good interrogator, bad interrogator. So I just want to talk.
You can have it back. I don't.
I'm
want your
a guest
armor.
in this house, and I have rights.
I think I
okay.
think the owner may have some issues with that statement.
The guy that made you a guest here was squatting and doesn't actually own the place, thus the hostility.
Oh,
Yeah, you're.
I got nothing to do with that. You let me out of here right now, right this minute.
Yeah, well, how did you get here in the first place? Actually, it's just a quick question.
I am on the payroll of a certain person who is very soon going to be God of the universe, God of the multiverse, you might say. A very important person.
This is a
Do you
blue guy
know
with
who
open
my
eyes.
friends are?
Yeah, we're gonna kick his ass.
I'd like to see you try.
I mean,
You ever fought a god before?
You know,
Twice.
we have a habit of bringing NPCs along with us, so you could
Was
come
it
and
only
see.
twice or is it 3 times now? I've lost track.
So he got a nat 20 on his insight, and he just suddenly you see all the blood leave his face. Oh.
yeah, and there were people that he couldn't handle, so
No, that's. What would you like to know? He's not paid me yet. I got no loyalty to him.
So yeah, how did
Bastard.
you come in contact with him originally? Did he just offer you money someday? And
Oh, we go quite a ways back. I've helped him on a few jobs before. Always been quite lucrative jobs.
did you make a contract?
In the past, we haven't, finalized this one yet. Just I sort of got, first pickings, seeing as how we go a long way back. But, nothing this time. I've got nothing to tie myself to him right now.
All the other people in the house with you?
Oh, Tom, Jim, Fred, Barry, them. Yeah, they're my boys. The rest of them, no idea what the rest of them. Definitely, I had no part in gathering those sleeping folk neither. I didn't do any kidnapping. That's that stuff I don't do.
The sleeping ones have been kidnapped.
As best as I can tell, none of them wake up. They just sort of get shoved off to the side, and they got that stuff coming out of their mouths. I assume we're harvesting it. We kind of sometimes we have to haul these big old glass bottle sort of things through the portal. It's always us that do it. It's never the boss himself.
Through the portal to where?
To the other side. It's usually hooked up to a storehouse when we do that. They got some kind of factory processing going on the other side of that.
I see.
And you don't know what it is or what it's used for.
No, I assume it's magic, probably being used to power something.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Sir, it's either really valuable or really useful. One of the two, I have to imagine. Otherwise, we wouldn't be going to all this trouble to get it, right? And then once we've took the stuff from the people, we just kind of slap them like you do to wake somebody up, and they just vanish. So whatever's happening to them, I'm sure they're not dying. There's no murder involved. It's just, whatever's going on. Really, just a sort of a mover.
Should we just have the butler go smack all those sleeping people?
Maybe.
Or do
This
you
guy
want to talk to the
seems-
sleeping people there? No.
We should at least analyze
I'm worried they're
what's
actually
coming out of
dying.
them.
I feel like these guys are harmless. They're just hired help.
Yeah, but hang
Yeah,
on.
exactly
Are
what he said.
Are you aware you're in the dreaming right now?
Oh, of course.
Okay, good. At least you're up to speed on that.
Who do you take me for?
Wait,
Well, the dead people
Does he have
dying
his
here
body
may
out?
not leave a body
know.
here, but their body outside the dreaming could still be dying.
I mean, I suppose that's true.
Do you have your body, or are you here without your body?
Oh, I'm here with my body. This is a safe place, isn't it?
No.
I guess you're right, it was. That was my understanding.
Nothing safe.
That's pretty bleak.
I walk around with you.
This is not a non-bleak place.
How do we send him back, I wonder?
This is a place where people prefer to die alone
Wherever
because
they came
it
from.
prevents them from getting turned into undead.
No, God.
Why do
No.
we want to keep a ragey half-orc with us?
Yeah, as soon as the spell ends, he's gonna hate us again. Where are you from?
I can't really tell you. I've had my memories sort of wiped probably a dozen times over the years.
Do you not see that as a problem?
Oh, it's quite a problem. It's also, just part of what happens when you're on the job. You fight lots of sort of people who can just sort of drink your memories when you're in my line of work, in the dreaming, doing the hard work.
Do you suppose maybe that wispy essence might be memories?
I suppose.
He has been harvesting you,
I suppose if people,
and you wouldn't remember because he harvested it?
well, I can remember about the last 10 years.
Key to the dreaming here.
No.
I don't think he's harvested me in the last 10 years since I can remember it.
I mean,
But I suppose if there's people who do drink your memories, maybe that would exactly be that.
have you been in the dreaming for the last 10 years?
Oh yes, I can't remember the last time I've been in the what's the word for the non-dreaming? The being awaking, that place.
The place that you take the stuff to is not in the
Oh no, that's in the dreaming.
too?
The waking world.
The waking lady.
Okay.
Not a
So
thing.
how did you actually get here?
I was given an invitation, and I was brought through the portal.
Okay.
We've been planning this for a couple of years, I
So if
think.
we send you back through the portal, you can get back to where you belong?
If you set the portal to where I come from, which I take any pub, I suppose, any port, wherever you feel like sending me, I'm sure I can find something to do.
That shouldn't be too hard.
Yeah, but here's
You
the
want to
thing.
back.
You're gonna keep helping this dickbag we have to kill.
Not if you decided that you're going to kick his ass. Actually, what would you say we make a contract, me and all of you?
No.
What if okay, just thought I'd bring it up.
No, I'm fine with that. He's
I
not
think I'll be,
No, but he's under possible contract with the other
Oh
guy.
no, I'm under no contract at the moment. I think I'm gonna sail with the sloths for a while. I think that sounds fun.
That might be for the best. If we catch your ass helping this dick,
Yeah, whatever.
no,
So, should we just send him to the lighthouse?
there's giant crab monsters that turn people into balloons there.
I'm definitely not helping anybody at the lighthouse. Believe me, I
Well,
am
there's
staying
a
as
boat-
far away from there
But
as
there's
I
a boat there with a slot that you could take to wherever you want to go.
Goes to a bar.
If there was one, he's probably dead by now. Everybody's been fighting at the lighthouse ever since some idiots opened it up again.
Yeah,
After all the trouble that was went to close it up before.
what kind of trouble and why did they close it?
It was a big all sort of war thing. It was to keep the gods all sealed up. The gods of the planet where all sorts of people come from, not the other ones. Yeah. I'm starting to think it was my friend's plan to get it opened up, but the ones who did the opening were definitely idiots for listening to him. I told him I wasn't going to help with that in any respect. No. Bad things happen when you let the gods out. That's what everybody knows.
That's what he's been trying to do this whole time.
Yeah, I've been suspecting that. Part of why I've not wanted to sign the new contract with him this time. Just sort of hoping to do some hard work, hang in the background and sort of pick up the scraps and maybe start my own company or something once he's, ruler of the multiverse. Just sort of enjoy without committing. That's the sort of vibe I'm going for these days.
Say enjoy without committing. Who does
I'd like
that
to
sound
not lose my memories again, truth be told.
How are you two not fast friends here?
I don't know, I think I might steal his armor.
Why, that's expensive.
It doesn't have a tail.
That's why.
Neither do I.
But your armor does.
That was forged over the post-traumatic stress disorder derived nightmares of 372 brave warriors.
That sounds exactly like what Knight would wear.
It was very expensive. It was very hard to find. Please don't. I understand that I am in no position to ask that you do not take my personal property, and that no law enforcement in the Dreaming is going to assist me in this matter, but I must formally request that you do not take my very expensive armor.
Hey, Butler, can
made
you find another one of those sets of armor?
I don't think there's...
He's
I
not
don't think
quite
so.
like the other guy.
Yeah, we're used to this other guy a bit. Well, I guess.
Oh yes, the guest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other guy sucks. Do you have any idea how we may find him and kick his ass?
Where he might have.
I have no idea where he would have gone if he was not in here. He did not disappear through the portal in here.
Well,
That is all I
we
can
know where
say.
he disappeared through.
We were doing a ritual to continue the sealing of said gods, and this dumbass had him summoned, and then he jumped into the ritual, destroyed everything, and is possibly at the gods right now.
I am only a simple dream, sir. I'm afraid I have little care or knowledge for all of these things. I signed a contract a very long time ago to serve the master of this house. I am looking forward to enjoying the latter half of eternity after all of this passes away. I am simply trying to do my job in here. Please, I must ask that you do not ask me to set my sights outside this mansion and these grounds.
That's fair enough.
If we plug all the god holes, is that gonna seal him in there?
Hopefully. Of course, if he's at the gods now, they're either kicking his ass or he's eating them.
What if we just? Well, I guess we don't have. I was gonna say, what if we break all the holes so that there's no more holes for him to come through? But
Yeah, then
he's
you
the
can
one who
plug them
broke
all
it,
up.
so
He broke it from our side. If they could be broken from the other side, gods would have been able to do it.
that's a good point.
But I'm not convinced he can't find a way back anyway. Because there's no one keeping the other ones plugged right now.
Do we know for certain how many plugs there are?
4?
Including the one that we plugged?
The one that got broken was the soldier. There's the wandering dude. There's...
Does he have one?
He might...
I believe you were told that he has one.
He
Sorry.
plugs a hole, but he doesn't have like a.
Oh.
That's the same kind of thing that Pimrin was wanting to do.
The maiden has one, and the mage had one, but the mage is now a whirlwind of nightmarish bullshit.
Yeah.
My assumption is this dickhead jumped through the soldier hole, destroyed it, and then came back out the other one.
Could be.
But we don't know.
Because otherwise he's trapped there forever, and
But if
he's too conniving for that.
if he could just come out that other one. then
Maybe
wouldn't he
gods
just-
are bigger than him.
Maybe. Yeah, but if he could just come out that other one, why wouldn't he just turn around and break it again as well if he needed to break them?
We haven't checked to see if he hasn't done that.
That's true, I guess. Yeah.
That's a twofer for him. That's why we gotta see the maid and see if we can set up another one of those rituals.
So let's get these people back where they came from, and
Okay.
go on to the next place. Yeah.
I think first we should see if we can take the portal to the warehouse. If that's where he's bringing all this essence, then he needs that essence there. We could screw with it. Break all of his
was he
weird
bringing the
machines.
essence through the portal?
Yes, to
Through
a
that
warehouse.
portal.
He was using the portal in the mansion
Oh,
to
okay.
shove big old vats of essence,
So
whatever,
you want us to go
the
through the
warehouse.
mansion portal?
To a specific location to break all of his stuff, yes.
I should be able to open up any of the coordinates that have been recently used. I should be able to. I should be able to open that for you.
And this guy here can look through it and be like, yep, that's the place.
We'll go through the portal within the portal.
And then we'll wreck up the place, maybe give everyone their essence back. Maybe that'll set the guy back hard enough to make up for that thing you broke.
Can we burn 100 soldiers here first so that they can help?
No, they're made of essence. And they're not gonna help, they're just going to get drank.
He's talking about.
No, it tracks the essence and the memories and the yeah.
He's using a lot of words. He's gotta be. It's all something.
Well, I mean, we
I
saw-
don't know what any of this means, says the librarian. This
We-
isn't making any sense,
We've
really.
seen the blue guy drink people, but he hasn't drank us yet. So it follows that he can just drink anyone else. So,
Especially a lowly ass
Yeah.
guy with sword. I don't think we should.
Oh,
even
yes,
have the
anybody-
library guy here. We should-
If you're worried about him coming, says the orc, he can just drink people, certainly.
he can't drink us, though. We'll be fine.
I'm pretty.
If he's
sure
not
he
drunk
can't
you,
drink
I assume he cannot drink you, which is quite a feat. And I suppose backs up the whole "we've killed 2 gods" thing.
Yeah.
So I was under the impression he could drink gods. So if you can kill gods, that makes you stronger than them. And I suppose
Well, we
that
were
makes it-
drinking the gods. He sort of showed up and half drank one of the gods we were already drinking because he's an asshole.
Yeah, he is kind of. He has
We were drinking
he's
gods.
ambitious, industrious, and pragmatic.
What the hell is he talking about?
When were we drinking a god?
Whenever we kill the god, all their essence goes into us. That's why we're powerful.
You see, I didn't call that drinking, but okay.
Well, he showed up and actually slurpity drank the half of power that he stole from us. We were just kind of there. He was actively drinking.
I was wondering why I could suddenly see 300 feet in.
I knew that happened, but when you said we were drinking gods as well, I thought you meant we were just sitting there with our sippy straws.
The sloth around your neck yawns.
A nice white glass with a little, like a little
Umbrella.
umbrella. Yeah.
I named the sloth.
It's screaming.
Okay. So let's figure out these are right coordinates. And then we will
You want to send
give
all these
him.
people home first?
We'll get the
No,
coordinates
I want to
first.
make the coordinates first, and
Agree.
then we'll send everybody back to where they belong.
Including the orc?
So we might get their essence back. So it's.
You don't want to interrogate anybody else?
I don't think we need to find out anything else.
Yeah, he seemed to get real up front once we used magic to hypnotize him.
Yeah, first level spell comes quite in handy.
Yeah.
You can go once we're in there and smashing everything.
Not gonna get my armor back, am I?
You can have your armor back
Right.
Well, that's
when you get sent home and not
I just
before.
took your armor away from you because you were smashing things.
that
It's
makes
quite
sense.
loud, metal on the metal, you know. It's good.
Yep. He grabs the bars and he seems to try to bend the bars. The bars do not bend. He goes, "That was worth a try."
That's fair. I would have tried that too.
All right, well, let's go.
If they started to bend, I was just gonna sleep.
All right, the butler will open a passage to the portal room, and he will open the portal. There's a big old lever. He just kind of points at it, and the lever goes clonk, and the portal flickers a few times before opening in what looks like a distillery, sort of, to you.
How many different places can this go?
An infinite number, I think, if you have the right coordinates, but they're very difficult to tune properly if you don't know exactly where
Can
you're
they
going.
go back to the regular world?
I'm afraid I do not know.
Do we need the right coordinates for that, maybe, or?
I must assume
Feels
that
like
crossing
something
from one world
do
to
any-
another is considerably harder.
Do we at least see any recently used coordinates that appear to go to the regular world?
I do not know.
Okay, well I think that rules that out then.
Do you have any idea where any of the recent ones go that aren't here?
Well, the big one that was used quite a lot goes to the capital, where the Lords Neverborn rule over their whole society, which is quite unsavory. Then there's just sort of
Should we just go there directly?
There's sort of just cities here and there where I believe the crew have been coming and going from. None of the ones who are sleeping have been brought through this portal. They've just sort of appeared and disappeared, though.
Abducted.
Okay. Well, they're going through the portal. Well, we're just gonna slap the sleeping ones awake. So.
Might actually kill them. Can we just funnel them out the door that we took? That should wake them up wherever they are.
Yeah, I suppose we can do that.
The door that you guys went through disappears behind you. You could throw them off the cliff.
I mean, we could open it. We have the key.
Throwing
Yeah.
people off the cliff always woke them up.
No, it didn't. Yeah, we just open it, we funnel them out there. If they teleport there and wake up, we got soldiers there.
Okay, well, You know which coordinates we need. We can send everybody home by various means.
You see a bunch of, by the way, if you look through the portal into the distillery, you see a whole bunch of equipment just kind of being moved around by little shadowy shapes, which are very similar to the shadowy shapes which the butler has had, like, playing the music and stuff. You do not see any, like, regular people on the other side. And none of the shadowy shapes are paying any attention to you whatsoever.
I don't suppose the butler has any idea what any of the crap we're looking at is.
Afraid not.
That's okay, we'll just break everything.
Alright.
We hit the first thing, it explodes the campaign.
Except for Solir, he makes his deck save.
Fire the railgun through the portal.
I'm not physically here. I'd be fine.
You just wake up.
The last dreamer of Kiriak.
The last dreamer of Kiriak. Implement.
Alright, I'll get these people out of the damn house.
Okay, which people and what are you doing?
All of them.
Yeah.
We're just gonna funnel them all outside.
Would you like me to... What would you like me to do with them?
Can you just send them back where they came from?
If you wish me to send them through the portal, I can put them in the room. I could adjust gravity so they just start falling down a shaft with the portal at the bottom. I don't know that they'd really have much of a
Could use
choice.
those little servants, just like lift them up.
They're not that strong, unfortunately. If any resistance, then they'd be quite useless.
So why would
I could
they die
just
if-
kill them.
Why would they die if we wake them
I don't
up?
think that's what we want.
Because things aren't supposed
We were
to be
speaking of
asleep
juicing
and
them into
dreaming.
blood
It's
earlier, I
word.
believe.
We don't
Yeah.
know what's going
We
on.
changed our minds. We do that pretty often.
I see. Just let me know if you change your minds again.
Once we talked to that one, I think we realized, yeah.
There's probably one in there that's just like a real bastard that deserves juicing, but we ain't got the kind of time needed.
Yeah. What are the odds of that?
1 in 5.
You could do a little game show. Who doesn't want to be juiced?
Can the guy be
You
barred
could
from
use
coming back?
Clever
yet?
questions.
I don't think he's coming back.
Yeah, but can the butler
Once they're
keep
on
them
the
out?
other side, I can simply not allow
You
them
can ask the
through.
butler.
Well, we
He
just
is-
decide.
has the
We'll
ability to
just turn
keep them
off
out.
the portals
That
and
makes
they
sense.
can't come back through.
No, the guy, the blue guy.
Yeah, the butler just said he can keep him out.
Yeah, now that the
He
contract.
doesn't have any right to be
He
here.
needed
now.
your express permission to be here in the first place. So.
Unless he happens to be powerful enough to kill me, which I am beginning to think may be a possibility.
Well, please avoid that if possible.
So long as I remain within inside the mansion, that
Let's
should
put
be.
it this way: the rest of them that all thought they were big badasses have been a bunch of candy asses.
Yes.
They've taken about a minute to kill. So
I'm afraid I am considerably less proficient in combat than you are, sir.
just let me know.
Game ever. I ruled for thousands of. Hey, quit it! And that was. I mean, it hurt a lot, but it only took like lunch. We could have ordered a pizza; it still wouldn't be here.
I mean, the one with the eyes, I think, took the longest. And how long did that honestly take?
2, 3.
Mostly took time because he just sat up in the sky for a while.
In that minute, we summoned a swarm of meteors, then somebody hurtling through hell.
It was a trip.
This is quite a
So here's what you do: if he comes back,
Yes.
he's had no trouble coming and letting me know things before.
Oh, yes, I can let you know immediately.
Just let me know. We'll just come back here. We'll kick his ass. Be done with him.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, when you let us know, create your little doorway to let us know
Yeah.
directly at him, so we can just
Step
torpedo directly into his mouth.
I don't think he has a mouth, but okay.
We'll find one.
He's got a lot of eyes.
We'll make one.
He speaks somehow.
That is probably the telepathy, sir.
I know who created him. There's a mouth
Well, you don't
somewhere.
write this telepathy mouth.
I've never stabbed someone in the metaphysical mouth before, but I have stabbed someone
I
in the
have.
metaphysical ass, so I think I can find one.
Dude, you gotta feed him to the skull.
Is
I
your
don't want to.
is your steed a metaphysical ass?
Yes.
No, he's a metaphysical horse.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a donkey joke.
Thank you.
So what is the plan for disrupting this place?
I think we'll know when we get there.
I think the plan was destroy everything.
We're
Give me a
looking
pouch
at
of
it.
rubies. I'll put them in my sling. I'll just start.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
I do have exploding lizards.
They're centipedes.
Tie a rope around me, send me through there with the bag of rubies, and just pull me back afterwards.
He wants this place filled with essence to process, and that somehow helps him achieve godhood, so we'll just fuck everything up we can find.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think that's a plan you would find very agreeable.
We're pretty good at breaking things. I feel like that's our number one talent as a group, honestly. Is
Though-
just breaking things.
We might be screwing up a distillery, and you might have some, like, hang-ups about that, but...
That is.
Who needs a distillery when you have infinite alcohol?
Maybe we can try
Well,
with the
yes,
producing
but-
first and see if it's any good. And if it's not, then
But we're still on the hunt for the ultimate alcohol here.
we could take a little bit, put it in the divine flask, just to see if it's any good.
I mean, maybe drinking this stuff would help us get more powerful, but...
What if you had infinite quantity of the stuff that makes you more powerful, though?
I don't know if I want
Maybe we
to
should be taking some of
drink
the essence and
souls
see what we can
or
do.
whatever the fuck.
What about
Well, you're
clone
the one that does
souls?
those
I feel
sort
like
of
that would be the
things.
outcome of putting soul juice in the
I
infinite
can't
flask.
believe you haven't
Clones
already
don't
done
have
this.
Yeah, I want to collect.
Not
some
when
of
you
the-
drink them all.
I want to collect some of the essence that these people are exhaling
Okay, it's a vapor. How do you want to
in
collect
just
that?
like a bottle.
Like, are you just like putting it above their mouth? Okay. It condenses on the walls of the glass. It's blue and it glows.
God.
You have a film of glowy blue essence on the inside of this jar. I just want to be clear, this is not a jar full of essence.
So is this the same blue that the blue guys? Same color blue that the
Not
blue
really.
guy?
It's a sort of a turquoise. He's more of a blue toad blue.
You know, when we were still allied with the blue guy, we should have seen if he could abduct the air out of something to create a vacuum.
Good grief.
Could be all sorts of shenanigans with that. Oh.
Okay.
And most people who violate the Geneva Convention would like to call them shenanigans.
Can you just abduct all of the blood out of that person's body?
I feel like you asked him to do that, but maybe your target was really powerful and he said that was too hard. I don't know if you ever asked him to do that. You just a guy.
Please fetch me their spleen.
We just invented the either the most or the least invasive surgery method. I don't know which.
Man, getting your kidney stolen would happen way more if you're just walking around.
Fetch me that.
Damn it!
I'm suddenly internally bleeding. Oh,
Yeah.
I would also like to hold
Pitch me
one of
their
my
internal
arms
injuries.
over their vapor mist.
Yeah.
Just see what it does with the mushrooms. And
Kill you.
herbs.
Your whole
It makes them
arm
very robust. Your arm feels tingly. It's a good tingle.
Robust mushrooms. Okay. I need like a diagram of my body where I can map
So-
out these things.
What if we just take all the, like,
I should never want to
maybe not
swallow.
all the rubies we have, but a significant number of the rubies we have,
Yeah.
put them in a sack and just throw them through the portal. And just close it.
I mean, we don't know what in there is even important. Let's find a target.
What would set them off?
The impact of it hitting the
I'm
ground.
hoping. Because when I shot him with the ring earlier, that set it off, so.
No. Okay.
I could fire the ring through too if we really want to, but.
You could mix an exploding lizard in there.
Give
too.
me one on a sling and I'll sling it after.
They only really went. So, we might cause a huge explosion in a very isolated area and just wreck like a shelf in a tank. We need to find what this crap is doing and then blow that up.
We scatter them around the room and then light one on fire and go spread.
Is that how explosive rubies work?
Yes.
Won't know until we try.
Well, if we light the room on fire, the fire will get to each one eventually.
And just domino them.
Okay. Well, if you want to try it, I'll give you a bunch of rubies.
Yeah, I mean, might as well just disrupt the place, right? Then we can run in after the explosion is done. And just. I don't know.
What if we blow up the other side of the portal and can't use it?
That's fair. Maybe we should go through first here.
I don't think there's gotta be a portal on the other side. If you're just sending somebody through one way, it's if you want to send people through the other way that I think you need the two. And for the warehouse sort of place, there wasn't a portal on the other side.
So there's no coming back from it. It sounds
How'd you get back?
So Well, no, I mean like there's no device on the other side, so the portal stays open.
Oh.
But if you closed it on this side, it would vanish on the other side, and you wouldn't have a portal. But you know, if you're in a big city, they have a portal on the other side, so you would be able to come back this way if this portal was also open. It's sort of
If the
a
portal was,
sciencey sort of thing.
if the portal was closed, we could just ask the butler to reopen it if it closes, right?
I could just reopen the door back to the mansion.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the key we find.
That's true.
But still tell the butler if it closes to reopen it.
Alright, so instead of rubies, what if we just run around hitting things?
I think running around hitting
Smash
things was
all
Nine's
the
plan.
beakers and the flasks and the...
Oh, we gotta find out what they're distilling first.
Right, and I think it's memories and souls.
We find out what
No,
they're
I don't care about that. I care about the end product.
Fair.
That's what they're using.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, we have to destroy the machine doing
Because
it still.
once we've got it, then we can have the thing replicated.
That's true, yeah, we gotta replicate.
That is concerning though, because what if we take out this whole warehouse and disrupt his plans, and then he just steals that from us and gets it anyway?
How the hell's he gonna? He doesn't know we'd have it.
He might. We got it
He
while he was
seems to
with
be
us.
able to know where anything is.
I mean,
just
it's a moderately
innately.
common like magical item. If that was his plan, probably one of the many random people who works with him maybe could have figured that out.
We
Unless-
fucking get there and it's just those.
That would be
Just like
hilarious.
50 of
I
them
wish
on
I
a
thought of
shelf.
that.
He's playing cookie clicker, but it's a
Yeah.
lot more infinite salt generators.
He's got all the eyes, so he can like mage finger poke them. I don't know. I was going somewhere with it. He's got tentacles too.
Mage finger eye poke them.
Yeah.
So we go get a sample of
He's-
whatever
he's-
they're brewing.
The Wooga Ang.
Distilling.
Just a lot of them at once.
Mage fingering is right up there with
What's it
mage
up
hand
with?
job and
Alright.
Okay.
So we're gonna end there for tonight
sleight of hand job.
with plans to smash